My Bellamy, you were a child of the sun and the sky. I'm your vehicle woman. By now I'm sure you know that I
1970 was a strange crossroads, the chaos of the 60s fading and the polished 70s rising. In between, a burst of brilliance, artists who lit up the charts only once.
all the love flows to where my rosemary goes. And
You've heard these songs at parties, on the radio, maybe in passing. They weren't just hits, they were moments, and then they were gone. No encore, no follow-up, just one unforgettable flash.
in trouble, reflections of my life.
So do you really remember 1970, or only the echoes that refuse to fade? We're counting down 10 one-hit wonders that defined a moment and disappeared. Some you'll recognize instantly, others will surprise you. But after this list, 1970 won't sound the same again.
If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel.
Number 1, Spirit in the Sky by Norman Greenbaum.
When I die and I lay me to rest, gonna go to the place.
Fuzzy, gospel-infused, and absolutely unholy in its swagger. Released in 1970, Spirit in the Sky rocketed to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped the UK charts. With its distorted guitar riffs and pseudo-religious lyrics, it was unlike anything on the radio. Part sermon, part acid trip. But here's the twist. Norman Greenbaum wasn't a Christian. He was a Jewish singer-songwriter who wrote the song in 15 minutes after watching a gospel act on TV. He thought, I can do that, but louder.
Set me up, spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go.
The song sold millions, got banned in some conservative areas, and became a go-to soundtrack for movie death scenes decades later. And Norman? He never charted again. No follow-up hit, no second wind. Spirit in the Sky was both his rise and his monument. And then, silence.
When you die and you lay it to rest, you're gonna go to the place.
Number 2, In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry.
If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel.
Carefree, jug band sunshine bottled into 2 perfect minutes. When In the Summertime hit in 1970, it didn't just chart, it exploded. The song reached number 3 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and held the number 1 spot in over a dozen countries. Its hypnotic guitar riff, cheeky vocals, and offbeat rhythm made it the unofficial anthem of summer.
Along the lane, you were down or a turn of 25.
But Mungo Jerry wasn't even a band, not really. It was more of a rotating collective led by Ray Dorset, who wrote the song in 10 minutes on a secondhand guitar. That spontaneity is what made the song feel so alive, and also why they never captured magic like that again.
When I grab people, when I dirty, when I mean, we love everybody, but we do.
They tried to follow it up, but the world had already moved on. In the Summertime still plays at barbecues and beaches, but Mungo Jerry, they faded with the season they defined.
In this here, yeah, it's party time. Bring a bottle, wagon, rackles, it'll soon be summer.
Number 3, Vehicle by the Ides of March.
I'm your vehicle woman. By now I'm sure you know that I love you.
Brassy, aggressive, and sounding like a rock band impersonating a soul train. Released in early 1970, Vehicle raced to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. With its blaring horns and gritty vocals, many listeners mistook it for a Blood, Sweat, and Tears track, or even early Chicago. But it wasn't. It was the Ides of March, a group of high school friends from Illinois with one monster hit.
I need you. I want you, got to have you tried. Break up.
Ironically, the song was inspired by rejection. Lead singer Jim Peterick wrote it about a girl who kept using him for rides. Literally, "I'm your vehicle, baby," he sneered, turning frustration into funk-fueled fire. Though the song became a smash, the band never caught that lightning again. They disbanded just a few years later. Vehicle remains a staple on classic rock radio, a one-way ride with no return ticket.
I'm your vehicle, baby. Take it anywhere you wanna go.
Number 4, Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes by Edison Lighthouse.
Oh, for love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody.
Bubbly, bouncy, and drenched in British bubblegum charm. In January 1970, Love Grows shot straight to number 1 in the UK and reached number 5 in the US. It was sugary pop perfection, with a chorus that stuck like honey and a voice that sounded like it belonged to a teen idol.
She talks kinda lazy, and people say she's crazy, and her life's a...
But here's the secret. Edison Lighthouse wasn't a real band. The song was recorded by session singer Tony Burrows, who, believe it or not, had multiple one-hit wonders under different band names around the same time. He was a ghost in the charts, appearing and vanishing from one fake band to another. Edison Lighthouse was quickly replaced with touring members to promote the hit, but the magic never repeated. Love Grows boomed fast and wilted just as quickly. A perfect pop illusion.
There's something about her head on her mind. It's a feeling.
Number 5, Green-Eyed Lady by Sugarloaf.
Green-eyed lady, passion's lady, dressed in love.
Psychedelic, jazzy, and mysteriously seductive. Released in 1970, Green-Eyed Lady crept up the Billboard Hot 100 and peaked at number 3. With its hypnotic organ intro and extended instrumental breaks, it felt like a jam session that accidentally became a radio staple.
Dressed in love, she lives for life to be.
Sugarloaf, based in Denver, had been struggling under the name Chocolate Hair before changing it at the last minute to avoid controversy. This one song, full of improvisation and eerie tension, caught fire, but it wasn't exactly built for repetition. Though the band had minor chart entries afterward, nothing came close. Their attempts to recreate the song's strange magic felt forced, and audiences quickly lost interest. Green-Eyed Lady lingers like a half-remembered dream, rich, moody, and impossible to pin down.
Green-eyed lady feels life I never seen.
Number 6, Reflections of My Life by Marmalade.
To moonlight, reflections of my life.
Melancholic, introspective, and aching with quiet grandeur. Released in late 1969 and charting through 1970, Reflections of My Life became Marmalade's biggest hit, reaching number 10 in the US and number 3 in the UK. It was a slow-burning ballad of regret, layered with lush harmonies and that unforgettable reversed guitar solo. Unlike the cheery pop hits they were known for, this song marked a tonal shift. And it worked, briefly. But the band's soft, reflective sound clashed with the harder edge of the decade to come. They couldn't keep up. The hits stopped coming. Internal tensions and changing trends left them behind. Reflections of My Life was their masterpiece and their swan song. A quiet goodbye wrapped in gold.
The greetings of people.
Number 7. Ma Belle Amie by T-Set.
I want to tell you that I adore you and always do.
Light, lilting, and kissed with continental charm. This Dutch pop gem floated into the US charts in early 1970 and unexpectedly climbed to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. With its blend of French phrases, breezy melody, and Europop sweetness, Ma Belle Amie sounded like a postcard from a more romantic world.
Let's give my substitute a big deal.
T-Set had been moderately successful in the Netherlands, but this was their one and only true global breakout. American audiences embraced it briefly, then moved on. Despite attempts to follow it up, T-Set couldn't escape the shadow of their own sugar-coated success. Musical tastes shifted, and their soft pop sensibility faded into the background of a louder decade. Ma Belle Amie remains a charming relic, a whisper from across the sea, forever frozen in the spring of 1970.
There was a time that you thought that your only friend was me.
Number 8. Mississippi Queen by Mountain. Loud, raw, and dripping with Southern swagger. When Mississippi Queen blasted onto the scene in 1970, it felt like the arrival of something feral. The track peaked at number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100, but its influence far outweighed its chart position. With cowbell-driven riffs and snarling vocals, it became a staple of hard rock radio and a rite of passage for air guitar players everywhere. Mountain, led by the massive presence of Leslie West, seemed poised for greatness, but behind the thunder was instability. Constant lineup changes, label problems, and internal friction derailed their momentum. They never cracked the mainstream again, despite earning cult status among rock purists. Mississippi Queen stands tall as one of the heaviest one-hit wonders ever recorded. A blast of dirty brilliance that came, conquered, and collapsed. Number 9. Tighter, Tighter by Alive and Kickin'. Sweet, soulful, and built for summer slow dances. Released in mid-1970, Tighter Tighter was written and produced by none other than Tommy James of the Shondells. The song soared to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, powered by its heartfelt chorus and timeless teen romance vibe. Alive and Kickin' was a young Brooklyn-based group, full of promise and eager energy. But after their breakout hit, they faced a cruel twist. Tommy James originally intended the song for himself, and when Alive and Kickin' gained traction, tensions over management and creative control flared. Follow-ups flopped. The band faded almost as quickly as they arrived. Still, Tighter Tighter lives on as a bittersweet echo of youthful love and a cautionary tale of the music industry's fickleness. Number 10. Little Green Bag by George Baker Selection. Groovy, mysterious, and cooler than it had any right to be. Originally released in the Netherlands in 1969, Little Green Bag made its quiet way into the US charts in 1970, reaching number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100. Its funky bass line and cryptic lyrics gave it a spy movie swagger long before Quentin Tarantino revived it in Reservoir Dogs. Fun fact, the song's title was actually a printing mistake. It was supposed to be Little Green Back, a reference to money, but the misprint stuck and somehow made it even cooler.
Looking back on a track to a highway. Looking back.
Despite the hit, George Baker's selection never gained a true international foothold. They found local success in Europe, but to the world at large, they were forever frozen in that one hypnotic groove. Little Green Bag disappeared almost as suddenly as it appeared, a slick, swaggering ghost of 1970. 10 songs, 10 moments that lit up 1970, and then vanished like smoke on vinyl. Which of these one-hit wonders hit you the hardest? Was it the fuzzy gospel of Spirit in the Sky? The reckless funk of Vehicle? Or maybe the bittersweet romance of Tighter, Tighter? Let us know in the comments which of these you still hum and which ones you forgot ever existed. And if we missed a one-hit wonder you think should have made the list, drop it below. We're always listening. For more deep cuts, hidden gems, and the songs time tried to erase, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Your next forgotten favorite might just be in the next video.